What's up, Z Freaks? Today's video will be an overview of the upcoming expansion pack, Heroic Masquerade. If you haven't checked these cards out yet, stay tuned and I'll have a review coming right up for you. You know, it still seems like the Battle Spirits collab is still going on. It's been so long. But now it is time to jump into some new cards and some new mechanics with the new expansion pack code Heroic Masquerade. Yeah, I know it's not Kamen Rider, but at least we still get new cards. So what is this set all about? Well, for starters, this is an expansion set, so it'll mainly add new decks to the environment rather than shake up the meta as a whole. This also means that the cards in the set won't support every color equally like a main pack would. Heroic Masquerade has a theme of masked heroes battling monsters and demons. This set revolves around the mask trait. This makes it easy to build decks using cards just from Heroic Masquerade. The main heroes are in green, white, and blue, with a small amount in yellow and wild. The villains take up the red and purple color, with a few wild as well. Green revolves around the masked ninja, a ninja adept at changing forms to defeat any opponent. He is considered a master of all trades when it comes to the properties of green cards, when making the most of his mask and sword. He excels at arresting the opponent's minion, ramping up mana quickly, and turning into a huge game-ending minion. Green players will definitely enjoy using Masked Ninja. White revolves around Nem, a cybernetic fighter that can utilize several different forms. Unlike the most recent white strategies, Nems doesn't seem to care about protecting your forces, but he's very adept in utilizing other properties of white cards. He uses a shield and attaché, and is great at banishing enemy minions, forcing enemy minions to fight and block, and protecting himself. And of course, buffing your minions with Resurge. Players that like how white used to operate will absolutely enjoy playing them. Blue is home to Oleon, the pirate king of beasts. He utilizes a cutlass and gauntlet, and can command the water to transform into different animal forms to do his bidding. Oleon boasts a mastery of utilizing movement. He can grant extra movement as well as use your movement for the turn to unleash a powerful effect. He doesn't seem to utilize blue properties to the fullest like the previous two, but he comes with his own tricks up his sleeves, like ninja cloning and even destroying minions. I don't think the average player will enjoy playing Oleon, but players who can master this deck should be able to take on any opponent. Roselle is our yellow mask hero. It seems to me like this would be the core of a budget mask deck, or a way to utilize a mask engine in yellow. Wild has a hero, Volt 01, that can probably slide into any mask-based deck. Wild also has cards to round out and support the mask deck. Just like BS decks use Lolo, it seems like any mask deck is going to run 2 to 3 copies of Mukuro. His ability provides a huge amount of consistency for mask decks. Roselle will also find a slot in mask deck, allowing you to search your deck for any of your hero's tools and add it straight to your base. Heroic Masquerade introduces a new mechanic called Morph. Tension would have been cooler, but it's whatever. This is what your hero uses to change into their stronger form. When one of your heroes deal damage, it can swap into a different form from your deck. Thanks to GameWith, here's a summarized explanation of the Morph ability. Feel free to pause the video if you need to take a longer look at this. All of the heroes have a card that starts off the morphing. It only costs 2 and can't be affected by your opponent's card effects when they attack, so if they go unblocked, they'll morph. Since you can morph into whatever your mana allows, using this late game will let you bring out a high cost minion for cheap. For example, you can pay 2 mana for Masked Ninja Terraform, have him deal damage to your opponent, and if you have 7 mana, you can bring out the 7 cost form for only having paid 2 mana. That's pretty sick. You can only use Morph once per turn, but thanks to the bite cards, you can morph more than once. Use these effectively to bring out several minions for a low cost if possible. After all, what's a hero without a vehicle? Heroes also need a special move. Each one has access to a magic that they can reuse every time they morph. Use this magic to help you morph and then get it back from morphing. You can constantly repeat this process until you get to the final form. Lastly, how can a hero be a hero if there are no villains? Red and purple have a few cards this set, belonging to the monster and demon class respectively. These demons will certainly give purple a boost, but I wonder if the red monster archetype would be strong. One thing is for sure, With Golem Summoning nerfed, it's definitely time to take a look at other red strategies. So what are the best cards this set? Well, no cards really scream staple to me. There isn't anything generic and cheap enough to be considered a must-have. So let's take a look at the best cards for mass decks, as well as some generic cards to boost the color. Obviously, Mukuro is going to be a part of any mass deck you create. He lets you put cards back into your deck so you can morph into them and protect your morph cards as well. Eos also gives you a free body each turn if you use a mass deck. I don't think it's totally necessary, but in card games, free is always better. Gazelle is also kind of a ridiculous card. It speeds up mass strategies and makes them way more consistent. Brutess is a nice boost for the OG yellow strategy. Pepperidge Farm remembers when yellow decks used to be a bunch of swoop minions. Even though she is meant to protect Roselle, she's still useful in the other yellow deck. Nim's Mechanical Attaché can boost any mass minion, not just a white one. This can go into any mass deck as a way to help you close out games. It's much easier to win when you don't have to worry about X-Cannon or that pesky tidal wave. You can also search it out with Mizell, guaranteeing you see it every game. If you have enough white mana, you can combine this with Full Breaker to guarantee you get damage through, if you can get it stronger than all of your opponent's minions. Nim's Aviator is the first card that can remove cards from the opponent's trash. White can now disrupt trash-based strategies, as this doesn't require anything special regarding mass to activate its ability. Orlean and Thousand Blades is pretty interesting. It has the same ability as Bolt, just not as threatening. But knowing blue, they can find a way to make this threatening. Lastly, I want someone to explain where this card was before Golem Summoning got nerfed. Anybody got any answers? Anyways, thank you for taking the time to look at my primary set review. It sucks we aren't getting Kamen Rider cards, but I hope you can appreciate these at least. They are kinda cool, you must admit. Take a look at my other videos. I have a lot of reviews and guides on my channel, as well as gameplay for education and entertainment. Also, if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I have more Heroic Masquerade content stuff coming soon. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you during Zenonzard's first anniversary.